intros real quick. If you're watching me over on Twitch, thank you very much. You found Godfather. Hit that follow button for me. If you found me on YouTube, congratulations. You have found the home of the Nomad Gamers, where every Saturday at noon, I have my two co-hosts with me, the Sonara Crust Rider and Fireball. Come on out and see what we're getting into. If you are watching me over on Kick, thank you very much. Hit the follow button. For you guys on Facebook, thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Uh, hit that follow button for me. On YouTube, hit the subscribe button for me. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the hit the little heart. And with all of these, turn on your notifications. Last but not least, go on over to discord.com. Go find the Nomad Gamers and chat with your favorite Nomad. I am live over there right now under vids and clips. Whenever we're gaming, we're doing the same thing. I normally don't get off of vids and clips. So if you want to see me, come on over there and see me there. So with that being said, we made it through another week, Nomad Nation. Put your beverage of choice up. We made it. This one's for you. All right, let's get into our episode. So we're going to start our walk off with Rockstar Games. Let's see what they're posting. Speaking of Rockstar Games, you catch my live stream last night when I was gaming Rockstar. I was gaming Grand Theft Auto all night. I did some community races. If you would have watched it, you would have seen me absolutely fumble a mission that I went back today and I completed it. It really wasn't worth the rewards, so it is what it is. Rockstar Games, 7 hours ago, tear up the streets in the Pegasus Toro XO. Free to claim for all GTA Plus members through September 10th. Members also get bonus GTA cash and RP on Auto Shop robbery contract finales, atomic racing gear, and much more, including discounts on auto shops and drift tuning upgrades. They are really pushing the Grand Theft Auto or the GTA Plus. I don't know why, but they're pushing it. And I'm going to tell you right now, that is a sweet look. You guys got to see this car. Look at that car. That would be a sweet, sweet ride. All right, moving on. 9 hours ago, Drift Week slides into GTA Online with a free vehicle and street-ready upgrades. Claim the new D-Class Drift Walton L35 for free and open up a world of corner-hugging precision with drift tuning upgrades on 4 more rides. I'm going over to get one. I'll take whatever they can give me for free. We're going to talk a little bit about Grand Theft here in just a second. Then the only other things from 2 days ago with Red Dead Online. If you want to know about Red Dead Online, head over to Talking Tuesday. You'll get all the information there. So I have been playing Grand Theft Auto 5 for a little while now. And I will tell everybody this about it. The return on investment is not that great in this game. And everybody knows this. So it's no secret. Cars should not be $1 million. Sorry, they shouldn't. As hard as it is to make money in that game, they should not be that expensive. The upgrades are fairly okay. The businesses should not be $1.5 million to $2 million. Should not. If they're in the middle of town, all right, convenience, I see it. But being all the way up at Paleto Bay, a weed shop should not cost you $721,000. When you put all the upgrades into that building, you're well over $1 million. So if anybody from Rockstar sees this podcast, which I highly doubt they will, but if they do, how about this? For the last 11, 12 months of Grand Theft Auto's life, why don't you reduce the prices? You've had faithful followers out there. You're making a killing on your goddamn shark cards. You've made a killing on 'em. Drop them down and make them reasonable to where people can grind and it doesn't take them 3, 4 months to grind to get the money to be able to buy a building. That's why you lose players because players get bored of constant grinding with no reward at the end of it. That's my soapbox for Grand Theft Auto 5. And also, they need to start premiering their races in some of the lesser traveled sections of Grand Theft Auto. So we're going over to Starfield, and Starfield has a new look. Starfield updated their cover photo, which I might be on the I might be on the wrong thing. I was. Ha! Never mind, they didn't update shit. It's still the same old thing. But I got news on this. A day ago, at least they posted something, but it's from a creator. We're always eager to see what amazing ship Starfield Shipwright will build next. Today we're featuring their Green Hornet. Doesn't look too bad. Here, let me show you guys. So there's one profile of this Green Hornet. That actually doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look like you can have a whole lot of 1 to 2 person. Yeah, this doesn't look too bad at all. I like the cockpit. The cockpit is pretty cool. I like the bed. The living area is not bad. So yeah, I'm getting great ideas. And then the other one's from July 24th. But I went digging deeper for more information on Starfield. I went to find out what in the hell is going on. Is there, and this is all I asked in Google, will there be another DLC for Starfield? Because as you know, the last 3 weeks, I keep saying that I think Bethesda has given up on Starfield. And I will read you word for word what I found. Yes, a second DLC for Starfield is planned and likely in development, despite the mixed reception of the first expansion. Shattered Space. And they're right. The first one was rough. Shattered Space really didn't bring us anything to Shatter Space. While there's no official release date yet, it is rumored to be titled Starborn and may explore the Starborn origins and the Unity mechanic. That'd be interesting. Bethesda has indicated a desire to release annual expansions for Starfield, suggesting ongoing support for the game. There was a key word right there. And I'm not happy about it, but at least they said it. Annual expansions. I think the annual part is too long. Should be biannual. But what do I know? I'm just a gamer. I hope so because I would really love to get back into that game and uh and get back to playing because that game is fun. It gets boring because they're not adding new content to it. But It's a niche. And if you like that type of game, this game's going to keep it going. Let's go check in with our friends over at Skull and Bones. That's odd. My computer's doing odd things today. All right. I don't know why I can't find the actual. There it is. I found it. Took me a minute. Season 2 is live. This is a game I really wish I could get into. Uh, um, dinner time. It's my dinner time, but I'm right in the middle of something. Uh, Give me just a second. Uh, I really wish I could get into this game, and I really wish that they would bring it out for the Game Pass on, here soon. Because this is a game I could probably get behind. This is a game that I've been wanting to play. Almost as bad as when I wanted to play Starfield. And when you have that fire in your belly and you really want to go and play a game, you normally stick with it for quite a long time. Hence, Skull and Bones might turn into my bridge between now and Grand Theft Auto 6. Because I got to get off of cities. Oh my God, do I got to get off that game. 8 hours ago, meet Hines, the captain behind Skull and Bones Tools. Now, one of the community's most trusted tools. Learn more about Hines with our most recent community spotlight. You all got to see this artwork. This artwork's cool as shit. Look at that. That looks cool. I don't care who you are. All right. 2 days ago, the sea remembers every soul it takes. Sail under the courting death emblem by watching Death Wish on Twitch between August 12th and August 26th. So there's that. Uh, let's go over and check on our friends in Minecraft. I haven't played too much Minecraft lately. Minecraft is like, it comes in two phases. It's either a flood where I'm playing it all the time, or it's a drought where I hardly ever pick it up. It's one or the other. Right now, I'm in the drought. I'm hardly picking it up. Okay, I am. Yeah, I'm not reporting on that. Yeah, no, not reporting on. Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary. All right, let's go over to developer for some gaming industry news. Let's see what's going on. I'm just going to read off some of the highlights of it, and we'll go from there. Report 2XKO and Marvel Snap co-dev Demerge Studios is laying off staff. Here we go with some more layoffs. I don't get this. I really don't. Uh, oh, what's this? Video games have a serious crediting problem, but unions can help. How are unions working to fix the industry's issues with credits. I need to know more about these credits. It shouldn't be so hard for developers to receive credit for their work. Industry activists have been campaigning for years to create a standardized crediting practice, but the problem persists. Many developers still aren't being recognized for their contributions, and it is a debilitating issue. I don't know why it's debilitating, but okay. It's not just a case of someone not seeing their name in lights. It's a practice that can hamper careers, especially those of industry newcomers who might be asked to prove they've worked on a shipped game. I don't know how you would fix that because, and hear me out. I feel for these guys. I do. Back in the old days, when you were to go and beat, let's say, Mario, at the end of it, they would roll the credits. I don't know about you, but I never stick around for the credits. As soon as those credits start rolling, I turn it off. And it's not because I don't care who did it, it's just because I got other things to do. Now, with a live service like Fallout 76, Final Fantasy, Battlefield 6, uh, Grand Theft Auto Online, Red Dead Online, all of these live services, how would you give them credit? I would like to know that. I, I I don't mind giving them credit. I really don't. And I am with the union on 90% of the stuff that they're doing with the video game industry. I don't think that the union can do anything to help these people here. I just don't. Localization and transition specialist Tamara Morales recently told game developer that freelancers too rely heavily on credits to bring in more work and show their experience. It's like a resume. Poor crediting is crucial for game workers that have been pushed to the margin, like contract workers or external teams. There is some ways to rectify this issue without credits. There is some ways that the AAA manufacturers can do things to where these people are getting the recognition in the industry, the behind the scenes industry that they need to keep going. Unions could help standardize the crediting process and guarantee compliance. How can they guarantee compliance? I don't know how they can do it. Are you going to recall the game if it's not right? The struggle for developers to get proper recognition for their work in the industry has been well documented. Often, individuals working for external support teams like localization or quality assurance will be omitted. Sometimes studios will leave out the names of people who departed ahead of launch. Improper crediting doesn't always mean a person can't list a project on their resume, but it's at best unfair to the developers who worked on the game and aren't credited, and at worst, actively hampering careers. The impact varies from person to person and studio to studio. There's a ton of inconsistency, but the problem remains pervasive. There has got to be a way to where these people can get credit for the game or the production they were working on without the gamer having to see all of the credits. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you actually watch the credits on any video game or any movie. I'd be very interested to see. I'm just leery about them. I don't know. I don't know the actual answer to this. I don't know the right answer. I know what I'm thinking, and I don't want to say what I'm thinking. But when you think about the live service, like I said, there is really nowhere in there for credits. None. I'd have to go find a Fallout 76 jewel case to see if there's people on the back of it being called out. Microsoft has no place being accomplice of a genocide. What the hell? A genocide. Arcane. Arcane union workers demand Xbox maker sever ties with Israel. Oh, good God. Okay, let me put something straight. We're not getting into politics on this podcast. We never have, we never will. If you are a worker at a company and you're getting paid a wage and that company does business in a country you don't like, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe it's I'm for a free and fair industry. Uh I think video games should be released anywhere. I think every company has every right to sell in every country. And while I sympathize with some of what's being said, I don't think it has any place in. Yeah, I just don't think this has any place. I just don't. I hate when they mix politics in with gaming. When they mix politics in with with business, because all you're going to do then is you're going to create two sides. They're going to stay pissed off at each other, and it's like a DMZ in the middle. You ain't going to get across that motherfucker. So we're going to keep moving. I am not even going to touch it. Tower-born composer Austin Wintry is choosing hope. This oh, that's an audio. I don't want to. I don't want to see audio. I don't even want to listen to it. Let's see. Valve says PayPal support is no longer available in some regions due to content concerns. All right. All right, they got me. I'm going in. We're going down that rabbit hole. Valve says PayPal. Okay, I already said that part. In this case, one of PayPal's acquiring banks decided to stop processing any Steam transactions. Again, I don't like when companies decide to do this. Valve says that one of PayPal's acquiring banks has pulled support for Steam purchase due to content concerns impacting consumers who shop on the platform using certain currencies. So they contradict themselves here. They say due to content concerns impacting consumers. I can get behind that. But then they say for those who shop on the platform using certain currencies. So which one is it? Is it the content that they don't like? Because if so, that's none of their goddamn business. Or two, is it the currency? Because at the end of the day, if I'm buying something from Europe and it's 500 euros, I have to put up enough American money to convert to euros to buy said product. This is very contradicting. I don't know where they're going with this. The company offered the explanation to Rock Paper Shotgun and said the withdrawal of support is regarding content on Steam related to what we've previously commented on surrounding MasterCard. Okay, again, your wires are crossed. Content has nothing to do with currency. MasterCard has nothing to do with content. Content has nothing to do with MasterCard. Can't believe I'm having to say this. Valve maintains that MasterCard used intermediary intermediaries. I don't know how to say that word. Like payment processors, and their intermediary banks to force it to restrict the sale of NSFW in adult content. MasterCard denied this in a brief statement in early August. Last I checked, PayPal and MasterCard were two totally different things. Last I checked, as long as you are of appropriate age in whatever state, territory, or country that you reside in, and you legally have that money to spend, who cares what you're spending it on? This is starting to give me Big Brother feels. A Valve spokesman confirmed the connection between that ongoing controversy and today's news. In this case, one of PayPal's acquiring banks decided to stop processing any Steam transactions, which cut off PayPal on Steam for a number of currencies, they told RPS. On its website, PayPal defines an acquiring bank or merchant acquirer as the bank that receives the payment, I'm sorry, receives the payment authorization and collects the customer's funds on behalf of the business. Duh. It can be easy to confuse the merchant acquirer versus payment processor. Basically, the merchant acquirer is the bank that accepts the payment from the customer, but the payment processor does the heavy lifting of actually authorizing and completing the transaction. I don't care who does the transaction. As long as when I put my card in, I know I got enough money, I get the product. Where was I? Okay. Some platforms like PayPal can act as both processor and acquirer, completing your business transaction and securely storing your money in one place. I would hope so. Providing more context on the Steam support page, please, because I'm not understanding this. Valve said the sudden termination will affect Steam purchases using PayPal in currencies other than the Euro, CAD, which I think is Canada, GBP, Great Britain, JPY, which I know is Japan for the yen, AUD, which is Aussie or Australian, and USD for United States. So how about we get the list of the ones they won't take? And a frequently asked questions, Valve offered additional details. We hope to offer PayPal as an option for these currencies in the future, but the timeline is uncertain, Valve wrote. Uh, IGDA warned against creative suppression on game platforms. After the waves of controversy resulted in games being pulled or delisted from Steam, and indie platform itch.io, the IGDA, I gotta look that up. I need to know who that is. Put out a statement condemning the practice, calling it a form of creative suppression. They are correct. That harms certain creators unfairly. Again, they are correct. Games that feature consensual adult content, including queer, oh my god, kink positive or romantic narratives, are easily targeted under vague or overly cautious enforcement often forcing developers into silence or self censorship because platforms fear perceived risk associated with hosting legal adult content, said the IGDA. I don't know what I've dove into. Bear with me. It also noted that the safeguards are already in place on some platforms and had policy recommendations in hand for the future. Where is this coming from? Here's what I find funny about this. Pretty much the entire free world is exempt from this. So I'm thinking that this has something to do with a country who has very strict moral laws. And when I say very strict, that normally means like religion and stuff like that. Uh, there's only a few countries out there that I can think of that does that. Uh, but yeah, you know what? If they Steam should offer it to all those who can pay for it, and they already do this. Censor it for the areas where they can't. That to me sounds like a good compromise between the two of them. And I am sorry for all that adult language. I didn't know what I was getting into. Blackbeard Interactive reacquires ownership of Hard Space Shipbreaker. Embracer will deploy targeted cost initiatives and AI tech to unlock more value. I don't know who the Embracer group is. Starbreeze appoints EA veteran Jonas Sakantz as general manager of Payday. Ooh, that was a fun game. It was kind of hard, but it was fun. Undisputed developer Steel City Interactive opens Limikitten Studio. I don't know what they put out. Uh, uh, Blizzard's story and franchise development team has unionized. This is something that is going to affect a lot of people. With a union, we're able to preserve what makes this place special. I don't know about that. You know what? Here's the one thing about World of Warcraft that I actually do like. I like their artwork. I like their cinematics. Uh, they they pour in. They have got some of the most unique characters out there. They just do, hands down. And it's so detailed. It is crazy. Workers within Blizzard's story and franchise development team have unionized to become the latest cohort of Microsoft employees to organize following the company's merger with Activision Blizzard. That's good. That's real good. I hope it works out for them. Uh, uh, we're just living in a day and age where some of these uh, development companies, and when I say development companies, it's not even the right word. These triple A companies like Rockstar, Blizzard, Microsoft, all you get my drift. They're laying off people for no freaking reason. And then they turn around and tell us games are going to take a decade to get. Well, no shit. You're laying off all your help, dummy. Let's go through and see if I can. Battlefield 6 is fantastic, but I think I know how to take it to the next level. I'm telling you, when you scroll Facebook for gaming, some stuff gets pretty weird. 5M RP and Dev recruitment, they are doing some very good things over there. They don't like Godfather for some reason. When I asked just generally, if somebody wanted to come on and talk to me about it, they banned me, which I thought was kind of funny. Who remembers AOL? After 40 years of service, they will be officially ending their service in September. I don't know if that's real news. Let me check on that. And it is true. AOL is shutting down as. Oh my God. They still have dial up service? The company announced the closure of its dial up service along with associated AOL dialer software and the AOL Shield browser for September 30th, 2025. This decision marks the end of an era for a service that was a gateway to the internet for many users, particularly in the 1990s and early 2000s. All right, let's see it. Tell me in the comments how many of you started with AOL? When you hear that familiar tone, does it bring back good memories? I know it does for me. I can hear it in my head. I just can't recreate it. That's crazy. 40 years. That's crazy. Oh man, I tell you what, I am tired tonight. I got enough sleep, but I had a prior engagement right before this. There's a rodeo that comes to my local area, and me and my brothers decided that we were going to ride in it. So did that, and I came running back this way. Ugh. IGN reported about an hour ago. A Grand Theft Auto 5 content creator believes he has finally solved the infamous Mount Chiliad mystery after 12 years of sleuthing. But some members of the community aren't convinced. I didn't know there was a mystery. Let's see what this mystery is all about. Uh, if you've played Grand Theft Auto 5, and there's a good chance you have, you have also likely heard about Mount Chiliad and the notorious UFO Easter egg associated with it. Okay, I've heard about that. In September 2013, almost exactly 12 years ago, eager GTA fans booted up Rockstar Games' latest sandbox to find a trio of main characters' new locations and a smorgasbord of mysteries to uncover. Evidence of aliens could and still can be found strewn around the Los Santos map, with players able to discover everything from extraterrestrial remains to crashed UFO ships if they know where to look. There's whole ass missions in Grand Theft Auto 5 for it. So I don't know what the mystery is. Uh, Pirate Software is the first second generation Blizzard employee who has worked in Blizzard for 7 years. All right, whatever. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is gonna wind down our Thirsty Thursday. Um, we got we got some good news about Starfield. Same stuff about Grand Theft Auto. Nothing on Minecraft. Some good news about Skull and Bones, and we just cruise through the news of the gamer industry, which is always a good thing. You'll pick up a lot of garbage, but then you'll also pick up a lot of good facts. And this way, when when you're playing a game and you're thinking to yourself, why in the hell did they do it that way? 9 times out of 10, you can find it on gamer industry news. That's all you got to Google. That's all I do. So, with that said, hey, thank you so much for taking time out of your night. to watch Thirsty Thursday. Tomorrow night's Friday. I will be streaming tomorrow night. It'll probably be Grand Theft Auto 5. Saturday, I have nothing going on. I got personal stuff that I need to do. Sunday is looking iffy right now. I should be able to get on for a little bit. Monday, we'll be streaming again. And then we got Talking Tuesday coming up next Tuesday at 7 p.m. So until then, game true, game hard, and always, and I mean always, game on. Just like Wayne and Garth used to always say. Like my good friend Santiago Cirillo always says, your negativity will not break me. Ignore the bully. Ignore him. Ignore negativity. Be positive. I guarantee you, you'll have a very stress free day if you do that. If you're playing a game and you run across a griefer and that griefer needs blown the fuck up, you blow that motherfucker up. Until tomorrow night. And if you don't catch me tomorrow night, until Tuesday. Peace and love. God's Father, well,